Cynthia Louise Robinson, then 30, is missing from Lakeland, Florida. Her last date of contact was sometime in the early spring of 1992. Her sisters reported her missing, I think it was the middle of June, when they realized that nobody had seen or heard from her in a few months. So they went over to the home, started knocking on doors, couldn't find her. Was she at work at the time? Did she move out of state? Maybe over with some friends or went on vacation or something. They're just unsure. Something else about Lakeland is that Jan Shoup is from here. And the oldest case of a missing person in Florida is also from Lakeland. So there is a lot of promise to be able to find Cynthia here. She was driving a 1980, it was a green 1980 Oldsmobile Cutlass with a Florida license plate of FQR37X that expired in 1993. So I think it's very likely that she is still around somewhere. Just that the take expiration was over a year away. So the Polk County Sheriff's Office is investigating. They can be reached at 863-298-6200. Her date of birth was, let's see here, it's February 14th of 1961. So at the time of this recording, she would be 61 years old. Let's see here. Something else maybe it bears into what happened, but she was a known drug user in 1992. She may have been involved with the Mexican mafia. Sounds kind of interesting that they would throw that in there. But something to keep on our minds. Then in the Daily Ridge magazine on June 22nd of this year, the Polk County Sheriff's Office dive team was training in Saddle Creek, huge area. They found a vehicle that was submerged. There was speculation it might have been Cynthia, but the vehicle came back as to not being tied to anyone or anything that was reported missing or stolen, and there was no body in the vehicle. So the search for Cynthia continues. Some questions I have that would help me narrow this down. She disappeared in 1992, and cell phone pings weren't possible until 2004. So we got to go old school on this. But where did she work? Was she seeing anybody? Was she married? Did she have any children? Were there any relationship problems? Was she an early bird or a night owl? Did she give any possessions away leading up to, like in the months prior to the disappearance? And then would she prefer to drive on the main roads or the back roads? Were there any items that she always carried, like a unique lighter, a knife, pepper spray, something for self-protection? And then her exact address prior to her disappearance. Some towns like Lakeland are huge, and without the cell phone technology, it would just really help to narrow down the search area, but we will stay there as long as it takes to get everything searched. So, welcome to AdventureSphere. This channel is dedicated to missing people who are missing with a vehicle. In the process, we're creating a volunteer sonar search and recovery dive team. Our services are free of charge. We ask you to consider subscribing, watch our content, and help spread awareness of our endeavor. They're all free, so why not? If you can donate a cup of coffee or two, we have links in the description box, and if not, no worries. The places I'll mention here in a minute are shared with my blessing, so Cynthia can be reunited with her family, regardless who higher powers work through. The description box has our email address if you'd like to share insight on any cold case confidentially, know someone missing with a vehicle and would like them featured on our channel and searched for, or to donate equipment. The video of Google Earth has a measurement from a known location, which at this point is just Lakeland itself. And then it'll go out to possible search areas. We focus on bodies of water within 5 miles from home, their last known location, and within 5 miles of their destination. Sentimental sites are also sonared. If an area has been heavily searched, we may expand the search area, but please keep in mind that accidents tend to happen closer to home and the destination. And as I had said earlier, Lakeland has the oldest missing person case, so it's very likely we can find her. The areas I'd like to search initially would be Lake Hollingsworth, Lake Horny, Lake Morton, Lake Muir, Lake Wire, Lake Bola, Lake Hunter, and Lake Bonnet, Meadowview Lake, Lake Gibson, Lake Deason, Lake Parker, Fish Lake. Then I think this is by a power plant. It's Tenorock, Lake B and C, Hydrea Lake. And then there's water along this, I think will be very promising. There's water along the Morgan Comey Road, and then Saddle Creek Park Road. That is where they found the vehicle that didn't come back to anybody. So there might be other vehicles in the area. And then there's the Saddle Creek Ponds at East Memorial Boulevard. She could have been driving down that road, and then just if she was tired and she fell asleep, or deer jumped out of the roads, or anything, it could have taken her, anybody, just off into the roads trying to not hit somebody else or something else. Then there's Anglers Lake, Skyview Lake, Crystal Lake, Lake Holloway, and Bonnie Lake. And then on the opposite end of town, I'm going to butcher this, and I am so sorry if somebody who lives out there can help me with the pronunciation. I think it's Itchapakasasa Creek Wetland. That could be a very promising area as well. If you'd like to help Cynthia's family find their long-lost sister, please subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and ring the notification bell to receive progress reports. If you have a few cents for a cup of coffee or two, please consider donating through one of the links in the description box. It'll go towards sonar equipment and other necessities to help bring Cynthia and other missing loved ones home. The holidays will soon be upon us, and although it hasn't been said, being reunited with their loved one is one of the greatest gifts we can give these families. Kickstarter and GoFundMe campaigns are going to come out next year, I think. The video is going to play here for just a couple of minutes so you can see how big this entire search area is. If you see something that I missed, please let me know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, and remember that we love you.